Another trip into the gloaming for us. Darkest Dungeon 2 action again today. Should be very interesting to see what the Crossroads holds for us. I feel like we've had a very imbalanced set of hero offerings lately, but we'll see. That may be the new normal. I feel like we're seeing a lot of the same paths. Number one path I don't want to see, Monarch. I don't think we've had a run where we've played the Monarch quite yet, and I don't like the idea of a leper whose speed varies based on the enemies you're facing. I think that is a very complicating one. All right, so first off, there's a bit of a warlock in the mix. I do like. I don't really love Sluice Tactician. Yes, Zoom. That last spell run will be finished on Tuesday of next week. We're going to stick with the current schedule, which is I play it once a week. And yes, absolutely. Fear not, I'm excited about it. Speak of the devil. Holy cow, the Monarch comes in. We have the Soloist. That's my favorite of the Jesters. Slayer of Gaunt and Braggart. Neat, Freak, and Deadly. Yeah, there's no way we can not take the Monarch, but we're gonna have to figure that one out. Ooh, the Carcass returns yet again. Wow, okay. Game certainly heard me about wanting to give us some options. So you have a natural swing. Looks like a very melee heavy build we have forming up here. Precise Striker and Germaphobe are pretty nice for a Bulwark. We've had good luck with the Bulwark in the past. Rogue as well. And Nightsworn. Holy smokes. And Alchemist. Wow. Alright, well. This is an insane roster, to be sure. I like Nightsworn a lot. I like Rogue a lot. Rogue, if you can keep the Highwayman in slot 1, can be insanely beneficial. Sorry for the siren. Love me a Soloist and an Alchemist. Although we might be putting ourselves in a position of being a little too fragile if we went Soloist Alchemist. Like right now, like the meta comp, if we were going for the meta comp, would be something like this. We would have some pretty insane bleeds, some very beefy point blank shots, tons and tons of blight action, and a pretty good setup here too. Now the Monarch gets very tanky against the scariest of fights. So maybe the compromise is we try to make this team work. This team is going to be very strong. We could, I mean, I haven't played with an Alchemist in a while. But we're going to have a very squishy backline. Well, I guess not. The Jester will be pretty strong. Okay, let's give this a go. This is pretty meta, but I think it'll be relatively strong. And then if we're going to do this, I think we'll have to swap a few skills around to get things going. But our Jester is going to be very bleed focused. Now, Baldwin is absolutely going to need... He's going to need Hugh as like a bread and butter attack for... Let's see, where's... So we have Chop, we have Withstand, Solemnity, Revenge, Intimidate. I was thinking I wanted Hugh on the board. Yeah, let's just go with that. Hey, New! Welcome to the stream. How are you doing? And then over here, I think it's mainly going to be getting that going. And then I want to keep Pistol Shot. I don't think I care about Duelists. I do care about Duelist Advance. We don't have a great way to reset Dismas from the front line with the current setup. That may prove sticky. But we need to get Baldwin into the front anyways. Now, over here, oh, the nightmare of 19 hit points, I tell you what. For now, let's go with this right here, and then, where are you, Sarmenti? Sarmenti will just take Battle Ballad off, grab Harvest, and call it a day. Yeah, so I think the Monarch is going to be very interesting to play around. It means that things like Reverberating Redoubt can't be selected. Chop is going to be pretty weak on minor fights. And extremely strong on the big fights. So let's see, we will still do... We'll give you the Healing Given trinket, and you're still going to be taking more hits than anybody else. Actually, that debuff resist means that that's not going to be in your wheelhouse. And then we have Deadly Neat Freak, Braggart, Slayer of Gaunts. Necrophobia is a little interesting. We'll probably have to purge that one pretty early on here. Yeah, I know how you feel, New. I am very sympathetic of that as well. It's tough. I wish we had more stress healing options. Although I will say that I had a pretty unconventional team on my last run. Went tankless and played reasonably well. But yeah, the Harvest Child can prove very punishing, to be sure. I still rank it as my... So in terms of region bosses, I think the Leviathan is the hardest. I think the Harvest Child is the second hardest, then the General, and then the Librarian. That's my power ranking. And the Harvest Child, I just feel like when it goes wrong, it can go very wrong. That's the dirty little secret of the Harvest Child. Let's see. I think we still point blank shot here. We're not going to be doing a lot of juggling per se, but
well done.
So one interesting question, New. When you were using the smoke bombs, were you using them on the meat or on the Harvest Child? Because that's an interesting dynamic that I've come to realize. There's a lot of value to blinding the meat that hits the front row, specifically. It gets rid of those nasty hunger procs that end up stripping you of actions on your front line. So, you know, it's only a 50-50, but it makes a surprising difference in my experience. Let's see, what do we come away from that with? Okay, nothing too spectacular. Always, the Whiskey Barrel temptation is always bad.
Rest tonight.
Yeah, I mean, that's generally the direction that I go, New, and I don't know, I've had limited success with it. Anything interesting in here? Pretty much no. So we're going to be saving our money. We'll definitely put this down. We'll hang on to the Infernal Torch for the moment. I remain resolute in the fact that Inspiring Tune really just has to be that first upgrade. And where are we going? Oh, the early sluice always hurts, but we will do that, and then I think, gosh, we have such a squishy backline. I think I'm just gonna still use the food there. I hate to do it. Like, we're going into the sluice. I prefer not to use food at all for an early sluice, but I think we just have to risk it for the biscuit on this one. And for now, we'll put the holy water there. Alright, so not going to be... I really wish that they would ban... I mean, not ban, but prevent a Sluice in the first round, just because it's such a hard opportunity cost. Like, once you get a little further, you can milk a lot more out of it, but, like, early on, that first Sluice just feels like a waste. Oh, man. Get that early cultist out of the way? Sure.
Push forward. Lamentably, there is no other choice.
Now, Baldwin is going to hopefully be an absolute monster here against this first cultist, but we'll have to wait and see. Getting a Dark Impulse early can be very very beneficial. Oh, the ordering here is terrible, though. Yeah, the ordering is truly awful. So the Herald's going to get a go. I don't think there's anything we can do to stop that. 18 hit points. Yeah, there's no... Oh, we can strip a fair number of things here. So we'll just do that. But I hate that the Herald is going to get an action, because we all know what the Herald does when it has actions. It gives us massive stress. Well, that's the perfect place for it to put it. We can potentially deal with that, and then I'm gonna hold off here because we're gonna be putting damage in on this guy. I'm gonna put down the chop here. Now we're sitting on a ton of hit points, and yeah, big hits. So feeling pretty good about that. Oh, for sure. I find that 1 to 4 mastery is a very optimistic potential outcome. I've had plenty of sluices where you get 0 mastery and it just costs you. So I think that's what I am wary of. I guess we're just rolling the 50-50 here. The crit's a bit unfortunate.
The slow suffering begins.
Hey, Innie. Yes, the damage buff cherub. Fear it, for sure. It's time to put some work in on the altar.
A breakthrough.
Good thing those crits... I don't think the altar can crit on any of its actions. It's very true, New. Very true. Let's see. This is going to be an easy... We'll put up the taunt. And I'm trying to save the front lady for first. I don't want to feed her too many crits. Yes, indeed, Innie. Yes, indeed. Ah, a bit of unfortunate despawning there. The regen is stacking. That should be the kill there, though. Now, unfortunately, we just have the problem of the critting cherub. I think just to prevent crits, I'm just gonna get rid of it, though. I probably should have done something else with the Plague Doctor there. keep the stress under control. It does new. I mentioned that at the very beginning of stream. I'm actually very nervous about the Monarch right now, but my perspective is you don't know until you try. So I approach any of these with the with an interest in giving it a chance and seeing what happens. So I play classes that or paths that I even think are suboptimal for exactly that reason. Let's see. I think I'll just take aim so we can get a heal. It is, for sure, yeah. No question. Let's just get the blind going. I'm kind of holding off here because I want the heal.
A calculated generosity, but a welcome one nonetheless.
Yeah, the speed also messes with my turn order, to be sure. Are we gonna get anything out of you with Solemnity? Yeah, let's just get the single stress heal. We can probably do work on this thing without.
A breakthrough.
Am I gonna push this back another turn? Yeah, I think it's very unlikely that we're gonna take any damage, so I'm gonna stall a bit here. But yeah, that's going to be one of the things that's a weakness of this party, or this party comp in the current form, is I think there's a bit of an anti-synergy between the Highwaymen. Did we just not get a Dark Impulse? We just did not get a Dark Impulse from that cultist fight. Huh, well then. I guess getting the early Dark Impulse out of the way was was not the strategy I thought it was. I remember seeing a patch note to the effect that that was not to be expected. We also didn't get a mastery from it, so new. I think I kind of feel like you should always get a Dark Impulse, but I guess that's not on the menu. Let's see. I'm okay with take aim here. Yeah, some of the Dark Impulses are very strong, for sure. The healing one is really nice. The stress one, I think, is also very strong. Strip away that dodge so we can take advantage of the token. So yeah, so chop we can't use. This is interesting. If we don't get the leper up to the front, we have very few options here. There is a little bit of bait to it for sure, but I think it is still a net positive. Okay, that's going to be a nice Solemnity when we get there. Actually, I don't know if we can wait. I think we probably need to toss a heal this way just to sure things up. We probably still have the Solemnity, but hey, Simon, thank you so much. How goes it? Always welcome to the stream, and always nice to hear kind words. Now I'm suddenly sitting here wishing I had. I guess I do need lunge on the bar if we're gonna get stuck in situations like this. Let's get everybody moved up to the front.
A slow dissection. An unavoidable end.
Sarmenti is very fragile.
This is no time to falter.
Yeah. This team isn't coming together quite the way I imagined it might so far. I think I'm gonna have to shuffle some skills around. Just get some healing done. Time's running out. Okay, you're roasted. But now, I guess we may be able to pick this guy up with Hugh. Oh, Ball Talk. Well, thank you for swinging by and saying hi. I greatly appreciate it. And that's why I create the content in the ways that I do. My goal is always to make sure that I was talking about this yesterday, but to make sure that people can watch my videos in the way that they want when they want to. So I try and, you know, release them in a variety of different forms that potentially match people's schedules, people's interest in watching them. That's why someone was asking in the YouTube comments why I split the videos up. And it's really just, I think some people like to have, you know, a small daily dose rather than getting a giant 5-hour VOD landed in their lap. So looks like one of these two. Oh no, really? Are we gonna? We're not fighting? This is the pain of the sluice, but I'd rather have the relationship. I think the game is feeling good, Simon. My general opinion is that I think that the game's overall difficulty is at a reasonably good place, maybe a little on the easy side in the lead up, like you were describing, and then hey Elaine, welcome. And then I think that there are certain kind of like ill-tuned elements to the game. Like the Leviathan and the Psy right now don't really feel the way that I imagine I think they ought to feel. Let's see. You and Sarmenti. Oh yeah, wait, hold on. Is R for relationship? It is. Okay, cool. So okay, I'm gonna push back this relationship of the two. I kind of want to get that first positive relationship popping sooner rather than later. The fouled shank. The exemplars are brutal. No doubt about it. I think I'm going to ounce here for the relationship potential change here. There we go. That's what I was looking for. But yeah, the exemplars are nasty. No doubt about it. Let's see, and then we're not up against cultists, so all about that Hugh life. I'm gonna put the blind on him, in hopes of not taking a nasty hit. We took a nasty hit anyways. That's okay. It will be nice once we have the days available. Or excuse me, the stun available. Pistol shot will be a high priority upgrade for us. At 3 hit points, Magnesium Rain isn't going to get the kill. So I think we just use the Plague Doctor to finish that one. Yeah, weak plus vulnerable is, it makes the Monarch very interesting. Fell just shy there. Yeah, I think that Exemplar Cherub, I don't know, Exemplar Altar is really punishing. I don't want to underestimate that. I guess that was a bit of greed taking the extra hit here, but I think that's I think it was worth it. And then do we want to take any more advantage now that we're here? We could get another Plague Doctor. I feel like our whole team has about the same speed. Yeah, it's very hard to predict a turn order right now. So new, it's interesting. Like there's pros and cons to the Infernal Flame. I don't think it's entirely con based. Okay, if we made it this far, let's delay one more turn. I think that it enables a lot of darkness trinkets, so if you get the right stuff, it's pretty transformative to have the Infernal Flame as an option. That's why I hang on to it. You know, you get that early pop and you're in good shape. But the buff is very scary, Annie. It's the crits popping up on the exemplar that I think make it particularly bone-chillingly terrifying. But yeah, unfortunately, we're looking like
Trust your instinct.
we may not get much of a payday. I still can't believe we didn't get any trinket or dark impulse or mastery point from that early cultist fight. But yeah, the relationships become a lot more difficult to maintain. Wow, this whole sluice has been one big pig, one little pig. Let's see. Given we have double blind here, I'm going to point blank shot even though it's likely not to land, just to get Baldwin up for the taunts, I think. Because it's going to take us some time to burn those off. Let's see. I think it's Ounce here just to try and head off the disease and also build a little bit of relationship. How double Leviathan hand? Like a Leviathan with two hands? Is that what we're theory crafting right now, Annie? Sounds bone-chillingly terrifying. Let's try and get rid of the little one. I think that's probably... Gosh, our team's speed is really less than optimal here. Two hands, no head. Oh, interesting. I mean, the hands are really annoying, but they're pretty low HP. So I have to suspect that it wouldn't be that bad. Braggart is annoying. Let's get the big bleed off the combo. I think just because we have the Jester, we're going to have some good combo opportunities. Oh, I wish Yellow Hand was better. I really do. Gosh, how are we still sitting on a blind? It's been so long. Yeah, I need to... I know I said it once before, but I need to get Lunge on Dismas for sure. You're already roasted. So, I really want to get this stress heal. So I'm going to stall here and let the big guy act. Use a Solemnity on the leper so that we can get the inspiring tune. Would have been nice if we had gotten the weekend, but okay, so you have a 25% death's door. Sarmenti is going last, of course. Thanks, game. Alright, well, we're not getting... Unless we want to leave it at 50-50. I don't think... I'm down to gamble, but this just feels like an insane gamble. If this doesn't kill, well, I'll use this... I'll use Open Vein. The thought being that it's a 1 in 4. If it's resisted, our chances get better. If we get the death blow, we get the death blow. But I couldn't sit on it even at the 5 stress. It was too much to rely on that bleed and fail on it. I mean, the hope is that the reward was a mastery, but I'm doing a really good job proving that there is no mastery in the sluice, which was an early point of discussion. But yeah, we'll get to this fast enough. No negative relationship procs happened there. And then debuff Blight Resist or Shuffle. Shuffle could be pretty good. Yeah, we'll do Blight Resist. You need to look harder for the mastery. Let me show you how it's done. Select the combat actions. Wait, new. I don't think there's any way to control control that. I'm super curious if there is. Oh yeah, when it depends on the particular thing, but the worst feeling, Simon, is having a crit token consumed by a smoke bomb. It's the worst, for sure. Okay, this is not our favorite. I think the smart move is to move, like right now, Dismas is getting absolutely wrecked with minus 100% damage. And we have no way to move him forward. So I'm going to have to do this, I think. But I don't love it. Crit tokens on Smoke Bomb is a 25% chance to land them. That's interesting. What is this, 3 to 5? Sure, we can probably get where we need to get with a hew. Yeah, there we go. All right. I guess maybe having the option to consume a crit token. I usually have other things that I want to utilize my crit tokens. I will check it out the next time we have a crit token for sure. New. I was unaware of that. That's an interesting dynamic, to be sure. Let's see. So we have a Solemnity waiting in the wings here. I think we're gonna end up taking the hit, so I'm gonna put that here, and we'll probably drop below the Solemnity threshold anyways. A little sad that we don't have a way to fix up Dismas. Hey, Rusty, welcome to the stream. How's it going?
Scavenge what you can.
Oh, that's very interesting. So yet again, no mastery. So I think, so I'm genuinely curious, New, if there is some way to increase your chances of getting mastery from fights. I am all ears. That sounds a little far-fetched to me, but it would certainly be a welcome bit of information. Yeah, so there's the one mastery that we got from the sluice. That is, I mean, it's still half of the ROI that we were expecting from the reward of going to, I believe it was the Sprawl. Slayer of Cadavers, Pillagers, Baldwin picking up soft is not so great, and Dismas being sneaky is fine. Okay. I got it, New. Yeah, wow. Ooh, and the Tempting Goblet is a terrible draw for us. So many bad results. I think the Songbook of Touching Dirges is a must-buy. And the Whiskey Barrel. It's the stress is rough, but the relationship is so good. The Tempting Goblet is your favorite. Well, we're rocking a Monarch, and we try never to be conventional, but there's 3 relationships. The value of Touching Dirges, to be sure. Now we'll get that going, which will damage some of those relationships we just secured. So what are we looking at? I like where our relationships are. Sarmenti and Paracelsus need to settle down. And unfortunately, the 2 stress we're about to get is going to be a real downer. I could grab the Book of Bawdy Tales to kind of zero things out. But we're getting a little broke. And our food situation is a bit dire. I think we still do it, though. And then we're going to be going one off there. Now, our first mastery, I think honestly it's Pistol Shot. The stun is so good. We're gonna have plenty of marked targets thanks to point blank shot. Chop is also high on the list. Oh, that is very not good, to be sure. The other big hitter is Plague Grenade for sure, but I think, well, where are we going? I always should answer this question before I make some decisions.
Survival is sharpened steel.
So it's gonna be a feeder trench run, it looks like, which is a shame. Less options, but yeah, I think pistol shot for the stun is gonna have to be good enough, and then I think we're going after the Harvest Child. It's gonna be a rough start with everyone starting with 2 stress thanks to the Tempting Goblet, but what can you do? Let's see. We'll put those there. These have no use. Put the Holy Water there, and then drop that there. Yeah, trench runs can be very rough.